So, Ian, this is another surprising topic that we talked about a little bit, and you actually have a pretty good solution about why this is happening. But we had I guess it was kind of surprising announcement of Resident Evil 7 coming to Nintendo Switch. And this is a, fairly new game still, right? When did this come out? This came out a year ago?
Year or so.
So, if this is coming to the Switch, it would be a pretty big deal. Has a listing on the Japanese eShop. It's confirmed that English will not be included. So at this point, we're not sure it's going to come here, but at least it's going to be in Japan, as I guess Biohazard Resident Evil. But it's Resident Evil 7 cloud version.
Yep.
So you're going to download, I think I said 20 or 30 megs. 45 megs will download to your Switch, and then you'll be streaming it. You'll have to have an online connection to stream, and you'll be playing it via the cloud. That's extremely interesting and actually surprising, and not really something I even considered when the Switch was announced about how do you handle games that aren't powerful enough. And that's something you come up with. It's like, well, this could be a solution to that potentially.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. I think it's somewhat obvious would be that it's not, the Switch can't handle it. So we'll try seeing how it manages if you're streaming it from a cloud.
Which is using the cloud's power.
Yeah, you're using the cloud's power, and you're just
that mysterious cloud out there.
You're basically just controlling it with your Switch.
It's feature.
So it's interesting how they're letting you do it. It's you get 15 minutes to try it out for free, which is good because I'm sure a lot of people are questioning how it would play or handle. See if there's any lag or anything like that. Test out your internet connection speed, see if it's up to snuff. And then you pay, I think it's $20 for a ticket. They're 2,000 yen, so about $20 for a ticket that lasts 180 days, 3 months. And so you have a 3-month time limit, basically, to rent the game.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I kind of know why they're doing it, but go on. So
that's very strange. I don't like the idea at all. Really, I wouldn't be interested in it in any way, shape, or form. But as an experiment, I find it
$18 right now.
Okay, as an experiment, I find it interesting just to see if it is viable for other games going forward. Obviously, anything on the cloud is going to be very impermanent. I guess I sort of understand why they would more or less rent the game out to you.
Well, because it's in the cloud, so they got to run the server especially just for the game.
Oh yeah, no, obviously.
So to me that makes sense.
It's a subscription service.
But I guess we haven't gone to this neighborhood before. Of yes, there's been those streaming gaming services, but nothing like this was like you're basically paying for a streaming service per game potentially.
Right.
So that's a little bit different. So how do they price that out? They're running it off servers. It's not just bandwidth for a multiplayer server. They're processing the game and sending it to you. So I guess that's cost more. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing it has to. So I don't know what the solution is to here. But you're getting it for half the year for $20. Would that be enough for some people to play it once and be like, okay, I've had...
Oh yeah, half the year.
Is that half the year? 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, 180 days. So would that be enough for most people? I got it for half the year. I played it, $20. I'm good, but then I can't play it ever again. I don't know. I don't know what to feel about that personally.
It would really depend on. I mean, it has all the DLC content and stuff like that, but yeah, that's too strange to me. But, I don't like the concept.
But if it's streaming, in theory, doesn't that mean though you'll get like full frames rates? Like it'll do more than what the Switch can do. Because you know what I mean, like because it's not depending on the power of the Switch. You're just bringing in a stream from somewhere. The computational power is not on your Switch, right? You're not using the graphic power on your Switch. You're just displaying it on your Switch.
True. Yeah, I have no idea.
This is going to be. I'm very curious because if this works out, you found a sort of way to get these modern, more powerful AAA games onto the Switch. There's like a backdoor way of doing it. Obviously, though, then you have to be hooked up to the internet.
Yeah.
And you have to have a good internet connection to do it. Although you can't do it on a plane. You can't download them, obviously. So this is curious. This either could be a disaster Or this could open up. I don't know. Like I was joking to you, maybe you get GTA. You get GTA on the Switch. This is the one way you do it. But if you can do it, you can do it. But I don't know what the server upkeep is for streaming games. I have no idea what it is.
No, neither do I.
But I'm guaranteeing you it's not cheap to do it. Like what those gaming streaming servers they're all gone by now, right? Are they still around?
PS Now is the big one that's still up and around. PlayStation Now.
Have you seen that in person?
I haven't used it. My buddy uses it all the time.
He likes it.
So he likes it he realizes that it has quite a few problems. He says for games that aren't like heavy action, like fighting games and stuff, it's good. It's good for he said the puzzle games and all the RPGs and stuff like that don't,
lower intensity.
Yeah, lower intensity games that don't require, frame by frame.
It's really dusty. Sorry.
That's right. That don't require, extraordinarily quick, button presses and stuff like that. I have no interest in using a streaming service for games. Not right now. That seems like something that needs a lot of work.
What was the generic one that went under?
Game Tap.
Is that the one from like 3-4 years ago?
I think so.
5 years ago? I remember it being at E3.
I think it was Game Tap.
I was like, oh, you can play Duke Nukem Forever on here or whatever else. I was like, oh, okay. That's how old it was. All right. I'm actually curious, but for now, it looks like it's not coming out in North America. So we'll see if that leads to, I don't know, God of War Switch version in the future or Halo Switch.
That would require cross.
That's coming. I keep saying that. It's coming.